Welcome to WP Coffee Talk. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and especially to our espresso level sponsors, Helix Managed WordPress Hosting, for both their sponsorship and for hosting our site, and to Expander Digital for both their sponsorship and providing SEO services to us. Now enjoy the episode. Welcome to the next edition of WP Coffee Talk, where I talk to people all over the world. Today it's Saturday morning in New York, but it is not morning where my guest is. So today I'm introducing you to Vraj Shah. And Vraj, you are in India. So what time is it there?
Currently it is 8:24 p.m. nighttime, evening. Yeah.
A little bit different than what I just got out of bed. I slept late this morning and I rushed to the office to be able to do the podcast. And you've already put a full day's work in.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hello everyone. This is Vraj Shah. I am basically a social media strategist, currently working with the Krisha Web Technologies Private Limited. Basically, I'm connected with an IT company who's doing web development jobs and social media marketing as well. So my identity, you can say I am a professional photographer. I like to click and I like travel as well.
Very good.
Yeah.
You like to click the mouse, you like to click the camera.
Yeah,
it's all about the clicking. So show us the mug that you have today for the show.
So here's my mug.
And what's it? Oh, mutual funds. Yes.
Actually, the one of the client will give it to me. We are doing marketing for him.
Oh, that's nice. It's always nice when somebody gives you a gift like that, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I have my mug today that says, "An attitude is a terrible thing to waste." And because it's morning, I'm still drinking coffee.
Yeah, that's great. Coffee is my favorite thing.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. So tell us how you got started with WordPress.
It is a story before 2.5 years when I connected with this company for the very first time. Then when I have the name of WordPress heard first time in my life, that there is something called as WordPress, which is very useful platform for anyone who is a novice person or a technical as well. Then I started hearing about the companies who is supporting WordPress like GiveWP, Bluehost, and other companies. Then through slowly I started attending WordPress meetups, and now I'm going to WordCamps as marketing supporters as well, and photographer as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love WordCamps. It's one of the fun things that I enjoy doing every year. When you look at other people's websites, not a particular website, but just in general, what's something that you think that we need to focus more attention on when we build websites that would make them stronger, better websites?
According to me, as a social media strategist, if I am a user, if I'm visiting someone's website, I truly want to it needs to be better user experience with website. It needs to be clarified. It must have some good content to understand the user's mindset, and it needs to be very clear what you are going and what you want to tell your users about.
Yeah.
You can note that some websites have very good graphics, but they don't have content to tell their stories. Mm-hmm. So I'm mainly focused on the content, as content is king.
Content is king, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that call to action, if you can't figure out what it is, why do you even have a website?
Yeah. Call to action is second most important thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's something that you wish you had known when you first started working with WordPress that you've learned since that might have made life a little easier?
If WordPress gives the support to marketer like they are giving right now, but if they create a custom plugin for social media, you can say scheduling plugins or content checker plugins according to the current policies, it will be very good for us as well.
Very good.
Yeah, and if this happens within a month or a week, it will be very surprising.
I understand. Sometimes I think things go very quickly, but sometimes not so much.
Yeah.
So I know that you've attended WordCamps and made meetups. Is there a moment or two, a talk or something that you've heard or somebody that you talked to that made a difference for you or was a very moving, inspirational moment for you? And what was it?
When I have attended my first WordCamp, which is at Ahmedabad here, I'm attending WordCamp since last 3 years continuously. So there is one WordCamp speaker who is Mr. Path Pandya. He's my company's CEO. I never heard him before that, like on that stage of more than 300 or 500 people talking with him. I started talking with him and understand few new things that he wanted to tell me, and he expect from me to do, like I can do this better things. Then we have connected, and like I have learned lots of new things with him. So that moment is a proud moment for me, that how precious is and how important I am for him.
That is wonderful. It makes you feel
Yeah,
very good. Yeah,
yeah,
for
that is feel very
sure.
good.
So tell us more about what you do as far as social media strategy and content. Give us a little more of an idea of your day-to-day work.
Well, today is a Saturday here, so every Saturday we all teammates are doing meeting here. In meeting, we discuss the things that outside the topics, like I can say what is something that you like more than social media. So today's discussion topic is that. So we have answered like someone is going to watch movie today, someone is listening new podcast today from the Twitters and Google, someone is going to record their own podcast, someone is going to write that blog post. So there are lots of like interesting things happen today. Also, I started for my new certification, which is related on HubSpot, social media marketing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
So when you said to everybody today that you're going to be on a podcast, what did they
No, like, actually I have planned to tweet with that, but I can't have enough time to do that. So
So
yeah,
will your company be happy when they find out and they were able to watch you on the podcast?
of course they will feel proud about that.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So when you talk about content, tell us a little bit more about what's important with content and how it works with social media.
In social media, there is more important of your concept, like what you want to tell your audience about. Like if I have this mug, right? If I want to tell you that this mug is very beautiful and nice thing, so there are more than 50 ways to convey you about this mug. That 50 ways, that 50 ways are important in which way you can convey better to your customer. So your content must be short and sweet.
Hmm.
Yeah, there is a method called kiss matrix. Kiss matrix means your content must be short, sweet, and on to the topic, not upside the topic. So this is my tip for them.
What is your favorite social media platform?
Right now, my social media favorite platform is Twitter, as it is pretty active and the appropriate users are there.
Yeah. What is your least favorite social media platform?
Instagram.
Instagram, really?
Yeah. As a photographer, I like Instagram as well.
Yeah. But for content, it's sometimes harder to implement Instagram with different kinds of businesses.
It depends on the business quality and business what type of business is yours. If it
Hmm.
is related to IT company, then I support and go for the LinkedIn.
Hmm.
If my total business is related to graphics, then I will go for Pinterest.
Hmm. And as a
Yeah.
photographer, then definitely Instagram. I've also noticed that businesses that have to do with fashion do very well with Instagram, like hair
Yeah.
salons and nail salons and clothing and shoes, makeup,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah. You can say e-commerce industries basically.
That's true, yeah. But especially more fashion, I think, is doing very, very well. Um,
Yeah.
is doing
If
very
you
well
want
there.
to, if you want quick subscribers, if you want quick followers, then you can try Instagram. There are many
And
influencers that can support you even on the free basis.
True. Yeah. And how important are hashtags with Twitter, and how important are hashtags in other social media? I know Facebook introduced hashtags. I don't know that people use them very well in Facebook, but what is your experience with hashtags and what's your advice?
About hashtags, if you are tweeting with your hashtags must be appropriate as per your content quality. There is no scope of wrong hashtags in Twitter. Basically, hashtags are used to categorize your content. So your hashtags must be verified as per the content and proper. And main thing, the limitations of hashtags. It needs to be appropriate, like 4 to 5 in numbers, or you can say, I can say three to four is enough for the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other platforms are not heavily active with this hashtags. Instagram has limit of 30 hashtags, but I mostly prefer that to not use 30 limit if not required.
Okay. um,
Yeah.
and you can't really post to Instagram without a photo. You need to have a photo or a video because
Yeah,
it's a visual
Instagram is,
platform.
yes, as a visual platform, Instagram needs to be one photo, a short caption of your photo, and a few hashtags to categorize your content.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the I can't think of the right word, but how people put like dot 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 and then the hashtags a little further down? Is that good practice?
Basically, that dot is used for separations on your content and in between the comment. There is one new trend in Instagram, that is, if I put 30 hashtags in my post, I will put first 10 hashtags in my content, and then next 20 hashtags in my first comment. And in that first comment, I will put that 5 dots that will indicate that there is something in between that comment which is useful, and
Okay.
which attracts the like users and visitors to my profile.
Okay, so hashtags are important in the comments as well as in the
Yeah,
image itself.
it is a simple thing. If you notice, there is something, there is a post who's liked by 50 people and 2 comments are there. You must check and go there, like, what
Mhm.
are the 2 comments, is it useful for me or not?
Got you. Okay. I
Yeah,
feel
so
sometimes like I'm a little too old to really understand and use Instagram well. I'll be 51 years old next month, and so it's like, oh, it's just one more thing to get involved in. Where I love to live on Twitter. I use Facebook, sometimes, but Twitter
yeah,
is Twitter is my home.
yeah. Twitter is most lovable platform these days.
Now, I know that even 5 years ago, there was a big trend to put your social feeds on your website itself. So, like,
Yeah.
you would have maybe your Facebook feed and Instagram feed or Twitter feed on the site itself. Is that still something that we should consider doing?
Yeah, actually, we need to put as much possible as your Instagram profile and social media links over your website.
Mm-hmm.
It creates a positive backlink to your profile or your company. Such as what we are doing is, we have implemented social media links with our social media accounts. In our social media accounts, we post everyday things that is going to be. With that extra, we have post our event pictures that we are doing in our company culture, that attracts user and clients, that this company is very responsive, useful, and active as well.
Okay. On,
Yeah.
but should I have my Twitter feed, not just a link, but the whole feed on my website so that somebody can see everything I'm posting on Twitter on my website, or just the link back to my Twitter account?
I suggest that you put that podcast button over there instead of the feed,
Okay.
because it is very useful. Like, if I am a user, I will go to your I will visit your website. Firstly, I have seen that notification that you have added that podcast button, play button over there. Then I will go to first directly over there to listen you that you want to introduce yourself and your business. Then after, I will watch your Twitter feed. So this is my personal suggestion for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the content that you put on your Twitter feed or your Instagram, it really needs to be on brand. Is that correct? So it should match what you're doing with your business.
Exactly. It needs to be matched. Sometimes you can post with trends, but that is not a necessary thing.
And your sense of humor that comes into play should also match your brand somewhat, correct?
Correct. 100% correct. Sense of humor matter. In India, here we can say we have one task in our company every Saturday. We have decide one quiz or one topic game in which there are 20 people writing content on the same topic. So there are 20 variations of the same topic and same content. In between, the best content is counted as a winner, and we will give him Amazon vouchers and free gifts as well. Yeah, so every week we got one personalized content which is very bestful, and then we can use that content on our Twitter feeds, Facebook feeds, and everywhere. So
I
that
want to
is the
write for you
thing.
now.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about your job?
Well, my favorite thing about job is the flexibility. Here I can come on my like preferred time. Mostly my company time is 10 to 7, but I will visit like 10:30 or 11. There is no one to say me anything because I'm completing my task every day. And there is responsive people around me who is supporting me each and every minute for my bad time as well and for my good time as well.
That's a sign of a very good company.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
When you feel supported, I think that's wonderful. That's
yeah,
great. So let me ask you my rapid fire questions and see what your
sure.
answers to those are. Take as much time as you need to respond to them, of course.
Not, yeah.
Okay. So what are 2 or 3 of what you consider must-have plugins for a website if somebody is building their first or their own website?
The first one is Jetpack, which is related to social media and SEO plugin, which is useful for any website who is related to like who don't want to hire any company, but they want to list themselves on list on social media platforms and SEO things. Second, most plugin there are plugin called Contact Form 7.
Mhm.
Contact Form 7 is basically used to like if you want to email someone and then you have to integrate that contact form over there, it allows you to connect that contact form over there and set insights on that contact form so you can get idea how many contact form has been filled by your email especially.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get idea like how many users will read your emails and on which thing you need to focus on.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Are there any others that you recommend?
not for now.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. And with Jetpack, can you connect to all of your different social media platforms with Jetpack?
Yeah. Jetpack allows to connect all the social media platforms on your web page feed or WordPress blog.
Mhm.
Basically, Jetpack, what Jetpack do is if you select any of your blog or a content, it automatically publish that content on all your social media feed with created backlinks.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's great. I haven't explored Jetpack enough. I need to get more into Jetpack. Once upon a
yeah,
time, people would say Jetpack is too bloated. It slows down your website. But I think it's changed a lot over the last few years to become
yeah,
really a powerhouse to be able to do
yes,
so
yes.
many things, and people aren't aware of everything it does.
Yeah, actually, we are implementing our own social media scheduling platform in like you can say within 6 months or 8 months, especially for WordPress users.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we got many complaints from the enterprise level that they can't manage their social platforms on the one side. They must have multiple platforms and tools they have to pay, but they can't get better results. So we are planning to create something like this.
you're going to have to send it to me when it's implemented. Send me a link so that I can check it out for sure.
Sure, I will send it to you first.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
At any point in your WordPress journey, have you had a mentor? Is there somebody, in your company or in your life that has mentored you, whether it's officially a mentor or somebody that you kind of look up to? And who was it? Is
And
it?
I can say my whole team is mentoring me right now. They are fully supporting me for marketing in WordPress field. They also forced me to go to WordCamp and even though speak. As I told me that my CEO, Mr. Path Pandya, who is my mentor as well, he just sent me a mail that you need to create a topic for WordCamp and WordPress meetups. Then you
Mm-hmm.
have to talk to me first. Then we have decided, and you are going to speak. There is no bar, there is no, and there is no yes. Just speak. Yeah,
You will do. You will do it.
yeah.
I think you'll be wonderful. Do you have an idea of what your topic will be?
My topic is related to WordPress plus social media. As I said, there are too many communication gaps between social media platforms and WordPress related to connections.
Mm-hmm.
So I can speak according to that. Then some of the plugins, as I say, as a Jetpack or other plugins, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to research and how to concat your social media with the WordPress.
Seems like a really good idea.
Yeah,
Ah, I'll have to make sure to see it on WordPress TV once you have it. Once you've given a talk, I'll watch for it.
sure, yeah.
That's wonderful. Who is somebody in the WordPress community that you admire and why?
There are lots of people I admire. I mostly support one of my, as I said, my CEO, Mr. Path Pandya, whom do I admire as he's always he's very generous people. He's a very generous man and inspiring person. Like as I said, you have enough knowledge to spread, so go connect and share with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's always supporting me for the WordPress things. And also there is our team, there is WordPress team lead, which is Mr. Gandhi, Pratik Gandhi. He is also supporting me for the marketing material creations and some of the technical things that I can't understand.
There you go. So sometimes it's people who can just bring you further and people that you can look up to because they've done things that you want to do.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Actually they wanted to see me as a like important part of that WordPress community. So they are going to force me for that. Like you can do it. Yeah,
Force you.
yeah. They know if
Just
they can't force, so I
poke
can
you.
do. Yeah,
They're behind you, pushing you through it.
yeah.
It's good to have people who will force you to do things sometimes.
Yeah, so those are the very beneficiary things actually.
That's wonderful. I love it. It
Yeah,
sounds like a really supportive group of people that you're connected with. That's wonderful.
yeah.
What's something that you would like to learn in WordPress that you haven't learned yet?
Basically, I haven't learned how to set up the WordPress website for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am heard about the backend of the WordPress, like setting a blog, and that is my everyday life job.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, how to use that Elementor plugins or some of the plugins that is useful for no wise persons basically. As
Mm-hmm.
of now, there is one page we have. The goal of the page is to like teach WordPress to novice person and how it is useful for them as well. So I would like to learn it first, and then I will create best content for them as well.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I've created hundreds of websites over the years, but
Oh,
I still don't know PHP or JavaScript. So, for me, sometimes I think I really want to learn just some basics of PHP and different coding just so I understand better,
yeah. That's the
So,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, but I know some CSS and that's about it.
That's enough
So,
actually.
yeah, for me, it's enough of what I need to do, but I like to learn more things all the time. So
Yeah.
it's good. This year I decided I wanted to learn podcasting, and here we are. So, anything is
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. Anything is possible, right?
What's one of the biggest mistakes you've ever made in WordPress, and what did you learn from it?
Yeah, actually, one of the biggest mistake I have done is I have tweeted a wrong thing on the very first time where I started like marketing on the WordPress platform. Then some person who is content checker, you can say proofreader, has directly contact me that, hey Vraj, if you have you posted this? I said yes. Can you please check this? I think this is wrong and you need to remove it, and I will like proofread it and give it to you back. by the way, nice work. So at that time, I realized that I have made that type of mistake, and after that time, I can't make the same.
I made a mistake the other day. I'm tweeting out for WordCamp US, and
Yeah,
I had a typo in one of the sponsor tweets that I sent out. And by the time somebody had called it to my attention, it already had a lot of likes and reshares. And so I didn't want to delete it because it already had some reach. So I had to comment underneath and say, oh, we made a mistake, here it is, and then retweet it with the correct information. But I was embarrassed. So I completely understand that.
yeah.
It's
So
like,
that's when,
at least people know that it was WordCamp US. They don't know that it was Michelle until now that I made the mistake.
yeah.
First, now I just told everybody, so now they know. Or they will. They will when I publish this anyway.
Actually, that matters, that how you covered that mistake.
Yeah, I think I did okay.
Yeah.
The company was very happy with it because they actually got 2 tweets instead of 1.
Yeah.
And it was corrected in the first comment, so it's okay, I guess. But
Yeah,
and
that's great.
I know the people from the company, so they were very gracious about it. So that's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
good.
that's great.
What's your proudest WordPress moment?
My proudest WordPress moment is the whole WordPress community has nominated me for the marketing efforts that I have done on the WordCamp.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, actually they like my work and they appreciate me for what I'm doing, and then give me one certification type of thing and one trophy as well.
Good for you. That's exciting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have any WordPress trophies. I think I need one now.
Mm.
Where do you keep your trophy? Is it at home or at
Uh,
work?
yes, it is at home.
At home.
Yeah.
See, I think I would put it behind me, so every time that I podcast, people would see my trophy.
Actually, I have planned to attend from my home, but eventually I'm in the office.
There you go. That's okay.
Yeah,
You can always tweet a picture of your trophy,
yeah.
and that will be good. If you weren't working in web technologies and social media and WordPress, what's a different career that you might like to try?
I will go for the teaching department as a teacher, as I have 2 year, like you can say 8 months of experience teaching PTE, Pearson Test of English, if you heard about.
Mm.
So I have better like knowledge of PTE, that how to learn, like how to teach students about that sections and what are the terms that they need to understand before the clearing exams.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you have some
Yeah,
experience in that, and it's something you would enjoy too, I'm sure.
exactly. I'm the smallest teacher on the class. Yeah.
I have a little teaching experience here and there, and it is joyful to be able to share information with people for sure.
Yes, yes.
That's why I like speaking at WordCamps, because it still feels like you're teaching, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, can help people understand a little bit of your knowledge. It's always a good thing.
Yeah.
What is something on your bucket list?
For me, it is bungee jumping on the Dubai.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, from the highlights. Like there is a 60-second slot of air view, which I want to do.
Oh my goodness. I could never do that. I would be terrified. I've had people tell me they want to do like skydiving out of an airplane. I've had people talk about, different kinds of events like that. You are the first person who said bungee jumping.
Yeah. Actually, they're allowing it.
Yeah. Well, definitely take video of that so that you can post that on social media too.
Sure, sure, I will. Yeah.
Those are the kinds of things that you have to share with the world for sure.
Yeah, actually.
So show us or tell us about a hidden talent that you have that maybe the WordPress community doesn't know about.
Well, WordPress community doesn't know that I am a good photographer.
Uh-huh.
So I am trying to prove myself by clicking pictures of the WordCamp and give it to the WordCamp community. So suddenly I got a mail from the WordCamp China that they need a photographer. They don't know basically that I am in India actually. So they have just sent me a mail that we need a photographer for our event if you can. And then I have sent them a mail that sorry, this is the thing that I got to.
I'm not in
So
China,
yeah.
but if you'd like to buy my airplane ticket, maybe I'll come. Well, I look forward to seeing some of your photographs. That would be
Sure,
wonderful to
sure.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. I will
So
send you the link.
I would love that very much. So
Sure,
tell
sure.
us how people can find you online. Do you have a blog? Do you have, I know you have Twitter. So where can we find you online so people can know how to follow your work?
People can find me on the Twitter as my Twitter user and name handler is Vraj Shah Speaks. And they can find me on the Instagram as well. It's V for Vraj. Currently, I'm going to create my blog in which I'm giving you the information to the public that how to organically grow your Twitter presence.
Hmm. That's wonderful. I'll have
Yeah,
to read that for sure. Make sure you
sure, sure.
include me in that so that I can read all about it and make
Oh,
WP Coffee
yeah.
Talk even bigger.
Actually, I'm adding one separated page over there for the podcast only.
Oh, wonderful. Very good.
Yeah,
That'll be exciting. I love
yeah,
that. So you'll have your own page on my podcast page as well on WP Coffee Talk. So, or your own
sure. I
post, I
will.
should say. That will be
Yeah.
wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us today before we say goodbye?
It is very first experience to recording podcast with you. So it is very generous and very good experience. A
Oh, good.
little bit bulky, but okay, I feel good right now.
It's wonderful. It's exciting for me to talk to people that I don't know yet and make new friends around the world. So now you can consider me your new friend in New York.
Sure, sure, I will. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too and to have you here today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday evening to share with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah.
And we'll see everybody next time on WP Coffee Talk. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
WP Coffee Talk with Michelle Frechette is a proud supporter of WP and Up, whose mission is to support and promote positive mental health within the WordPress community. Visit their website at wpandup.org.